If you are holding a vitamin bottle in your hand right now, I need you to pause. Do not open it. Do not swallow that pill yet. There's a silent crisis happening in medicine cabinets across the world, and it is affecting people over the age of 60 more than anyone else. We have been told for decades that vitamins are the key to health. We have been told that they are the safety net against aging. But there is a growing body of serious medical research that is proving us wrong. It turns out that 4 of the most popular, most trusted supplements that seniors take every single morning are not just failing to help you. In certain doses and in the specific chemical forms found in cheap multivitamins, they are actively working against your body. They are accelerating the aging process, damaging your organs, and putting your heart at risk. This video's content was checked by Dr. Olha Kozyk, a medical doctor with 20-plus years of experience. We're certified medical professionals working against AI health misinformation. Subscribe for evidence-based information. I am Olha Kozyk, and today we're going to have a very honest, very important conversation about what is actually inside those bottles. We're going to look at the biology of why a body at 60 cannot process nutrients the same way a body at 40 does. But we are not just going to talk about the bad news. On the flip side, there are 4 specific nutrients that research, real, peer-reviewed science, links to stronger bones, sharper memory, better sleep, and in one incredible study, a significantly lower risk of early death. By the time we finish this video, you are going to know exactly which bottles to throw in the trash and which ones deserve a place on your counter. This is about being smarter, not just adding more pills. Let's start with the why. Why does this matter so much right now? You have to understand that your physiology changes. The liver processes toxins and chemicals more slowly as we age. The kidneys do not filter the blood with the same efficiency they did 20 years ago. The gut absorbs nutrients differently, and your nervous system, it becomes incredibly sensitive to excess. So a vitamin that was perfectly safe for you when you were 45 can become a liability when you are 65, not because the vitamin changed, but because you did. Let's dive into the first vitamin you need to reconsider immediately. It is one that sounds healthy, but acts like a silent poison in older adults. Vitamin A, specifically the retinol form. Vitamin A sounds essential, right? We're told it's good for our eyes, our immune system, and our skin. And that's true if you're getting it from food. But the problem begins when you take the synthetic form retinol, which is found in almost every standard multivitamin on the grocery store shelf. Here's the chemistry. Vitamin A is fat-soluble. That means your body can't just pee it out if you take too much, like it does with vitamin C. Instead, it gets stored. It hides in your liver and your fatty tissues. As your liver slows down with age, that excess retinol doesn't disappear. It accumulates. Month after month, year after year, it accumulates. At a certain point, that accumulation becomes toxic. Research published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found something terrifying. Seniors with elevated vitamin A levels face a dramatically higher risk of atrial fibrillation. That's an irregular heartbeat that is one of the leading causes of stroke in people over 65. Think about that. You are taking a vitamin to be healthy, and it might be the very thing causing your heart rhythm to go haywire. The safe upper limit is around 700 to 900 micrograms, but look at your bottle. Many supplements exceed that. The fix, you don't need to stop vitamin A entirely, but you must change the form. You want beta-carotene. This is what you find in sweet potatoes and carrots. Your body is smart. It only converts beta-carotene into vitamin A if it needs it. It has a built-in safety switch. Retinol does not have a safety switch. If your bottle says retinol or retinol palmitate, it's time to talk to your doctor about switching. Now, let's talk about the second danger. This one is known as the aging accelerator, iron. Iron has been marketed to us for decades as the cure for fatigue. If you're tired, take iron, right? Wrong. For the people who are genuinely anemic, iron is a lifesaver, but for the vast majority of seniors, taking extra iron is one of the quickest ways to damage your internal organs. Here's the biology. The human body has no way to actively get rid of iron. We only lose iron when we bleed. Men stop losing iron after puberty. Women stop losing iron after menopause. So if you're over 60 and you're not bleeding from surgery or an ulcer, you are holding on to every milligram of iron you swallow. Where does it go? It settles in your liver. It settles in your heart. It settles in your pancreas. And it causes oxidative stress. Think of it like rust. Excess iron literally rusts your cells from the inside out. A major study in 2018 found a direct connection between excess iron levels and an increased risk of dementia and Alzheimer's. And other research links it to heart disease and liver failure. And the scary part, the symptoms of iron overload, joint pain, fatigue, brain fog, look exactly like the symptoms of aging, so people take more iron thinking it will help, and they make the problem worse. Unless your doctor has done a blood test called a ferritin test and told you specifically that you're anemic, you should likely be taking an iron-free multivitamin. Check your label. If there's iron in there, you need to ask why. Number 3 is the one that shocks most of my clients: calcium. For 50 years, the message has been simple. Want strong bones? Take calcium. It's in every pharmacy. It's in chocolate chews. It's everywhere. Calcium is essential, yes. Without it, your bones break. But the way most seniors take it as a big, isolated 1,000 milligram pill is dangerous. When you're young, your body knows exactly how to shove calcium into your bones. But after 60, that guidance system breaks down. So if you flood your body with calcium without the right traffic cops to direct it, that calcium doesn't go to your bones. It goes to your arteries. It turns your blood vessels into concrete. It goes to your joints and causes stiffness. It goes to your heart valves. This is called calcification. You are literally turning to stone on the inside. Calcium can't work alone. It needs partners. It needs vitamin D3 to get absorbed into the blood, but more importantly, it needs vitamin K2. Vitamin K2 is the traffic cop. It grabs the calcium from the blood and forces it into the bone where it belongs. Without K2, calcium is a loose cannon. So please stop taking plain calcium supplements. Focus on calcium from food, yogurt, sardines, leafy greens, and if you must supplement, ensure it's combined with vitamin D3, magnesium, and specifically vitamin K2. The 4th vitamin to stop might be the most surprising because it's supposed to help your nerves: vitamin B6. B6 is water-soluble, so we're taught it's safe because we just flush it out. But B6 is the exception to the rule. In high doses, over a long period, B6 becomes toxic to the very nerves it's supposed to protect. This condition is called peripheral neuropathy. It starts as a tingling in your fingers or toes. Then it becomes a burning sensation. Then numbness. The recommended daily amount for a senior is tiny, only about 1.5 to 1.7 milligrams, but I see energy supplements and nerve support formulas that contain 50 or 100 milligrams. That is way too much for an aging liver to process. If you are taking a B complex or a multivitamin, flip the bottle over. Look at the amount of B6. If it is huge, you are risking permanent nerve damage. You can get all the B6 you need from a turkey sandwich and a banana. You rarely need a megadose pill. Now, take a deep breath. That was the heavy stuff. We have cleared out the medicine cabinet. We have thrown away the rusting iron, the toxic retinol, the hardening calcium, and the nerve-damaging B6. So what should we be taking? What does the science say actually helps a body thrive after 60? Let's talk about the 4 powerhouses. First, the master mineral, magnesium. If there is one nutrient that is quietly depleted in almost every senior I meet, it is magnesium. It is involved in over 300 biochemical reactions in your body. It regulates your heart rhythm, it relaxes your muscles, it controls your blood sugar, and it is the key to deep, restorative sleep. But here's the catch. As we age, our gut absorbs less magnesium from food, and to make matters worse, common medications like blood pressure pills and acid reflux drugs drain magnesium from your body. A 2018 study showed that magnesium deficiency in older adults is linked to a 50% higher risk of atrial fibrillation and faster cognitive decline. If you have leg cramps at night, if you are tired but wired, if you have heart palpitations, check your magnesium. But do not buy magnesium oxide. That is cheap chalk. It will just give you an upset stomach. You want magnesium glycinate or magnesium citrate. These are gentle and your body actually absorbs them. Number 2 is the sunshine hormone, vitamin D3. By the time you are 65, your skin has lost more than half of its ability to turn sunlight into vitamin D3. You could stand naked in the sun for an hour and still not get enough. And since we spend more time indoors, deficiency is almost guaranteed. Vitamin D3 is not just for bones, it's for your brain. It acts like a hormone. Low levels are linked to depression, respiratory infections, and Alzheimer's. But here's the secret that doctors rarely tell you. Vitamin D is fat-soluble. If you take your vitamin D pill with black coffee and toast, you're wasting your money. You're not absorbing it. You must take it with fat, eggs, avocado, olive oil. That simple switch can double or triple your absorption. Number 3 is the fire extinguisher, omega-3 fatty acids. Aging is essentially a process of chronic inflammation. It's a slow fire burning in your joints, your brain, and your arteries. Omega-3s, specifically EPA and DHA, are the water that puts out that fire. The research is undeniable here. The American Heart Association confirms that omega-3s lower triglycerides and support healthy blood pressure, but new research shows they also slow down cognitive decline. They protect the brain structure itself. You can get this from fatty fish like salmon or mackerel, but if you don't eat fish 3 times a week, a high-quality fish oil or algae supplement is critical. You want about 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams of combined EPA and DHA. This is the oil that keeps your gears running smoothly. And finally, number 4. This is the most powerful combination in longevity science right now, the dynamic duo. Vitamin D3 plus magnesium. Why together? Because magnesium is the ignition key for vitamin D. You can take all the vitamin D in the world, but if you're low on magnesium, the vitamin D stays inactive. It cannot work. A landmark study in the British Medical Journal found something incredible. Seniors who maintained good levels of both vitamin D3 and magnesium had a 36% lower risk of death from all causes. 36%. That's a number we almost never see in medicine. That's not just a statistical blip, that's a life-saving synergy. They work as a system. So here's your action plan. I want you to go to your cabinet right now. Check for retinol. If it's there, switch to beta-carotene. Check your iron. If you're not anemic, get rid of it. Check your calcium. If it doesn't have K2 and D3, stop taking it alone. Check your B6. Ensure the dose is reasonable. Then look for the helpers. Are you taking magnesium glycinate? Are you taking your D3 with food? Are you getting your omega-3s? You have the power to change how you age. It's not about luck, it's about chemistry. And now you have the knowledge to make that chemistry work for you, not against you. If this information surprised you, or if you found out you've been taking one of the stop vitamins, please leave a comment below. I want to hear your story. And please share this video with a friend or a spouse who is over 60. You might just save them from years of unnecessary health issues. I'm Olha Kozyk. Thank you for watching, and here's to your health.